You mentioned a couple times this podcast, Nashville
sir.
Now.
Nashville Now.
So cool.
Yeah,
Bringing
from Rolling
country
Stone.
artists, all types of artists, not just country artists. I mean, but you've
Everybody.
had Hardy and Lainey Wilson,
We
right?
did, yeah.
gosh.
It's been a trip, and I get to do it with my bromestic partner, Joseph Hudak. You know,
So it's funny because it's so funny the connections that we have. So Director Steve and I met when Old Dominion came to town, opening for Kenny Chesney.
Yeah.
Probably the first time that they were in
yeah,
Philly opening.
and our break up with him video was coming
Yes,
out.
yeah. So, and he's like, hey, like I do these videos and I'm here with Old Dominion, but this is my home and we should, like connect and we could do stuff together. And I was like, absolutely, you're a super cool guy. But it turns out that back in Nashville, he was best friends with one of my best friends growing up, Joe Hudak, who happens to be an editor, for Rolling Stone at Nashville. And now you two are working together on this podcast, which is remarkable. I mean, the podcast is fantastic. He's so deep.
He's doing a
into,
great
like,
job, man.
Yes, and just the way that his brain works, like you find every little thing, every little detail. He brings these artists truly to life, and you feel like you're just sitting in the room with you all as you're listening to these conversations. It's fantastic.
You're sitting in that's my living room in Nashville. You know, it's my whole, it's just a small little cabin that, I have there because I split my time.
And when he says small, Jeff,
Right.
It's small. Andie has been there.
it's like the size of this room.
Really?
Like it's small.
Yeah, it's
maybe a
small.
little bigger, but it's
Oh
small.
my
Yeah, but it's not big.
No.
And now it's completely taken. So you remember where the fireplace
Yeah.
is? Like now there's just lights. And I go to break it down. I'm like, what am I doing? Because the minute I break it down, Joe's like, we got Lainey Wilson. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, no.
I'm like trying to get in the car and drive back up to the beach and Philly. And I'm like, but hey, it's been really cool. And Joe and I have been, the Pierre documentary kind of became like, we can make this our first thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joe's been working on, we're doing the Raise the Bar, which is the series on Old Dominion's bar,
That's
Odie's.
right, Odie's,
And
yeah.
Joe's a part of that.
Right.
It's kind of like our narrator, journalist who takes you through the series. But this was something that could really be ours, and, our friendship is definitely in the podcast, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
And we love old MTV. And I was like, this is our chance to be like Kurt Loder and Ricky Rackman, and Joe's just so sophisticated and so welcoming. I just think everybody opens up to him. But the house, we just kind of set a vibe too. It's low lit, it's just chill, and it's got a lot of music history, including Charlie Daniels, Waylon. The movie Nashville was filmed in our little village.
Wow.
It's like an 8-house village, and it's we're gonna bring you there. You're
Yeah.
gonna be
When
there.
I'm in Nashville in a couple weeks.
I know,
Yes.
and I'll be there too.
Oh, let's do it.
We'll be doing the podcast. You can sit on the couch for an
Oh
episode.
my gosh, that'd be so cool.
And then you can just hang out. We
That's
can throw you in.
awesome.
We can throw him in the throne and see what
Definitely.
he says.
oh, gosh.
Definitely.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, let's have at it. It's been amazing. It's
Yeah.
really, really been something. But it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
and we don't have like a full crew yet.
Right.
And we're getting it. It's just kind of we've
Because it's still just taking off.
we did, and we just
Right,
jumped
right,
in.
Right.
Rolling Stones, you want to do it, and Joe's like, I'll do it if Director Steve is in,
Yeah.
and of course I'm going to be in. And Joe lives nearby, so you can kind of walk.
It's nice.
So it's great. The whole thing is great, and but it is a lot. And I tell Hudak, like, I've been avoiding a real job like, most of my life. You do a music video, like, yeah, it's 2 days of intensity.
Yeah.
But I got a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And this is like every Wednesday. Now we're doing extra episodes, and I'm editing everything. I'm not a sound guy, but
Right.
I realize maybe I am.
It's video
Right.
and audio.
It's all this stuff,
And, it's,
and
yeah,
I
it's-
really care. I'm not going to just throw it
Sure.
out there.
Yeah.
So it's been wild and intense and wonderful, and I can't believe the amount of stars that have now sat in my living room. It's
So
it's
cool.
crazy to think about.
It's so much fun to listen to. So I listen to it when I'm in the car. It's called Nashville Now. You've got to check it out. And it's fun when I hear, because it's usually just Joe, interviewing whoever the artist happens to be. And then every once in a while, your voice will pop in. And it's almost like, oh, there's a guy in the background. Like, what does he have to say?
Yeah.
You know, because you
I try to
add
save
a
one
little
thing.
and it's not often, but it's enough that it really captures
Right.
your attention.
You're waiting for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's always something really colorful or just a completely different perspective, just because you and Joe have different minds. So
We
it's
do,
like
yeah.
looking at it from another side, and it's like, oh yeah, that's cool too.
Well, you know, I tell Joe, like, I'll jump on the grenades. You know,
Yeah.
I'll ask Gavin Adcock, like, are you for real? Like, you
Right.
know, and that way Joe's relationship maintains.
Right.
And the Delco guy will jump on all the stuff, you
As
know.
the Delco
So-
guy would.
Yeah, you know what? And
Exactly.
nobody's gotten mad at me or
Yeah.
anything. And, you know, and it is exactly what you said. We think differently, Joe
Yeah.
and I, and it's a really nice balance. And
is.
we just want to have fun and, you know, have a great career doing something fun. And it's really the next step of journalism, you know, and
Sure.
Joe sees that and he knows that, you know, you need to talk these articles.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, not just write them.
Yeah.
You know, they need to be a breathing, living thing.
So Broadcast Pioneers is a great organization in the Philadelphia area. Pierre Robert was, you know, a Hall of Famer for sure. Preston Steve in the Hall of Fame. So we had an event here at the station just last week, and we were talking to students. They came from area schools, all these communications majors, and we were talking to them about the importance of when you take a job in communications, your job is never only to be a writer
Yeah.
or only like maybe 20 years ago you could get away with that, but now you literally need to every story needs to be told on every platform, because that's how everyone is consuming
Right.
Yep.
information and their stories and their, you know, their ideas. You want to go from hearing something to be able to see it. You know,
Yeah.
like you can listen to Nashville Now and then be like, oh, I really want to see that conversation instead of just listening to it. You jump on YouTube and watch that video.
Yeah. Well, there was talks about doing like a audio, just audio, and then maybe once a month we do a video. And like right away, I felt very strongly, and I'm glad that Rolling Stone saw it that way too.
Yeah.
That I was like, if we're gonna jump in, let's just jump in.
Got to do it.
You know,
Gotta
I'm
go.
coming off
Yeah.
of a docu-series. I have the cameras, I have the gear, and you should let us film it in my house. You know, it's got a musical vibe, and it doesn't look like any other podcast.
Right.
It's not a.
Makes
it's
a difference.
imperfect because there are all kinds of things going on out the doors. The Briley Parkway, you know, the dude down the street mowing his lawn.
Yeah.
You know, my other co-editor who does help me sometimes is like, "Ah, there's like some white noise." I'm like, it's not white noise. You know, Larry's mowing his lawn during Lucas Nelson.
But that really puts your guests at ease.
Right.
That's
It
what
does,
makes it
yeah.
such a great vibe.
Yeah,
You know,
you're
it's
at
not
home.
stuffy. Yeah, they're just kind of like snuggled into the sofa and
Mm-hmm.
let's have a conversation.
Well, we said our first liquor sponsor, we're going to build kind of where we had that old TV. If
Yeah.
you remember, we're going to put like a bar there.
Okay.
So, and when Josh is monitoring, Josh is our kind of tech producer and does all the cameras, and we'll have him mixing drinks and still running monitor. You know.
It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to just, you know, keep
Incredible.
lightening the mood so everybody wants to come there, you know. I mean, we just had Gretchen Wilson and Jake Owen. They don't live close by.
Yeah.
And they came to East Nashville for it.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like we had
That's
to go
special.
to them. You know, people are starting to really hear about it, hear about the building, which is becoming a character.
Yeah.
You know, the cabin. And it's really, really pretty amazing. So, and I got to thank my buddy Joe Hudak for
Yeah.
always fighting for me, just like
He's a
Pierre,
good
just
egg.
like you guys, you know. We all need each other, you know. This is an impossible business,
Ain't that the truth?
you know, but
It's fun.
The possible
it's
can
fun.
happen,
Like that's
though,
not a
right?
complaint that it's impossible,
No,
right? Like it
it
is
is.
definitely a fun business to be in.
Yep.
But it's you don't just breeze through it for
yeah.
sure.
No, and I always say, like, it's the way people look at it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't become a DJ, you know, you can't become a director, you can't be in a band. It's all these gigs that, you know, seem out of reach, especially when you're from a smaller town. And you can.
Yeah.
But you got to be surrounded with the right people, right?
Ain't that
And
the truth?
I've been very lucky. I'm lucky to have you guys in my life too. And I never take advantage of any minute we get to have together. So we will light it up on Broadway with you.
Let's do
I
it.
can't wait. I
Yeah.
can't
So
wait to see
excited.
the pictures and the video because now you know there's going to be good video.
It won't be our first CMA. Wasn't last year? We
2 years back.
2 years ago,
Yeah.
yeah.
Justin and I crashed the CMAs,
Yeah.
and boy, did we have a lot of fun.
It was great. Yeah.
Good
And we
time.
kept seeing each other. Like we would text. Like he was, where are you at? What?
Yeah.
And we'd already be in the same place.
We wouldn't even. There you are.
Yeah,
And I'd
Okay.
look over,
I
like,
brought you to
I
the
go, there he
awards
is writing
last
to me.
year. Remember?
Yes,
yeah,
that's
'cause
right.
we had extra tickets, so
That's
Rachel
right.
and I are like,
That's
come on,
right.
come on
Yeah,
in.
it was
we went
great.
to parties. We had a good time.
Yeah, I was going to avoid it. And you were like, nah, come on now. That was great. Yeah, I
that's
think
fun.
I ended up at, what I left you and went to like Big Loud's party
Okay.
that Hudak was supposed to
Yeah.
go to. And then I got there, like, he didn't check in. I wrote to him. He's like, I'm staying home.
Yeah.
And I went by
fun.
myself, and I met Shabuzi before everybody knew him. So
Yeah.
I'm
That's
very,
awesome.
again, I was glad to be there. So thanks for you drug me out, and then I didn't drag like Hudak.
Yeah.
I could not drag him out,
Yeah.
but it was all good.
He'll meet
man.
Shabuzi another time, I'm sure.
Right.
Hey, hopefully it's on the podcast,
Yeah.
and yes, and you're gonna have to come down and sit back at the cabin and help us kick off an episode.
Love that. I would love
Come
that.
on, the high school reunion,
For sure.
would be great. So
Oh, that's fun.
But I love you guys. I just want to say that it's important to say, and especially losing the guy that we lost.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you for everything. Thank you for supporting. And
Always.
One last piece of something exciting, so I don't leave it on a soft note here and all of us crying, is today's episode of Nashville Now. It's Ink, who is the artist who wrote Texas Hold'em.
Oh, wow.
Beyonce.
Oh,
For
wow.
Beyonce.
Very
Okay.
cool, very cool. But I got to do like a man on the streets, or it was a man on the beach. I went to the Oceans Calling Festival,
Yeah.
and I interviewed Nelly.
No.
No way.
Yeah, and it's in the beginning of the episode.
So cool.
Donnie is going to freak out.
He's gonna be.
He loves Nelly.
beside
Well, we're
himself.
trying to get him to the cabin, so if we do,
Okay.
we'll get
Yeah,
Donnie
yeah.
down. Donnie can come down, right?
Okay.
You can lose him for a day, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
Nelly,
He
right?
would
For
lose
sure.
his mind.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it would
And
be amazing.
we'll have to film his journey coming down, so I can include that
Yes.
in the podcast. Man,
It'll
he was
be a ride.
wonderful, by the way.
Oh, that's
He was
great.
wonderful.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
good
was
to know.
great. And
Yeah.
my sister-in-law loves him. And he's like, "Where's she at?" And he was like, "Bring her back." And then, it was a whole like
Yeah.
media badge thing, and it was a pain in the neck. But he was so willing to like
That's cool.
talk, and he was great, and it was really cool. I mean,
That's
what
awesome.
what a moment,
That's
Got in the
incredible.
country world so I could interview Nelly.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I love it.
So-
Director
Director
Steve
Steve.
Jawn.
Thank
Way
you.
to go.
Thank you
Oh.
guys.
We love you. Thanks for swinging by.
Love you too.